President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said it is not the right time to reopen Ghana's land borders at a time a fourth wave of the coronavirus disease, COVID-19, was threatening with the discovery of a new variant, Omicron. In a national address on Wednesday night, President Akufo-Addo reiterated that Ghana's land borders will remain closed until the right time. The address, which was the 27th update President Akufo-Addo has given to the nation since the outbreak of the disease, elaborated on the new measures taken to prevent the spread of the disease, especially during the Yuletide. President Akufo-Addo said as of Sunday, December 12, 2021, some 2,042,778 tests have been conducted, out of which 131,911 positive cases have been recorded. Out of that, 129,683 persons have been recovered, meaning that presently the number of active cases, that is the number of people with the virus, stands at 973 persons. Large quantities of COVID-19 vaccines in the Volta region have expired amid vaccine hesitancy in the region. According to the Ghana Health Service in the Volta region, vaccines that went to waste in the region during the last vaccination campaign were significantly above the national average. Deputy Director in charge of Public Health, Dr. Sinenu Jokoto, stressed that this was, quote, unacceptable because one vaccine dose is $15. So if we're going to have that much expired, that is a lot of money lost for the country. Dr. Jokoto, however, said that this development must not reflect badly on health workers in the region. He indicated that 230,000 people have received at least one dose of the vaccine in the region. The region is still contending with low turnout at vaccination centers. Parliament on Wednesday, December 15, 2021, approved the sum of over 9.2 million Ghana cedis for the services of the Ministry of Transport and its agencies to carry out its programs and activities for the 2022 fiscal year ending December 31, 2022. The annual estimated allocation to the ministry represents an increase of 40.13% over the 2021 budgetary allocation of 6.5 million Ghana cedis. A statement issued by Parliament said the program budget covers the ministry's headquarters, including marine and water transport, namely the Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, Ghana Marine Authority, Ghana Shippers Authority, the Ghana Regional Maritime University, the Volta Lake Transport Company, and the PSC Tema Shipyard. The budgetary allocation also covers the ministry's road transport services, including Driver and Vehicle License Authority, National Road Safety Authority, Metro Mass Transport Limited, Intercity STC Coaches Limited, as well as Government Technical Training Center. Ghana spent an estimated total of 6.874 billion Ghana cedis on the importation of rice from 2017 to 2020. In addition, the country also imported the following food products in 2017 to 2020. They include fish, 3.993 billion Ghana cedis, processed chicken, 1.881 billion Ghana cedis, meat, 487 million Ghana cedis, vegetables, 281 Ghana cedis, and poultry, 184 million Ghana cedis. Responding to a question whether the government has lifted a ban on small rice importers, Mr. Chermantin stated that rice was a staple food in the country, and one had to maintain a delicate balance between the quantity of rice produced locally at any point in time, and what was important was to ensure that there was no serious shortages. He said the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture continue to monitor the production of rice, and at the appropriate time, when the volume of local rice increase significantly, the government will be able to restrict the importation of rice. Consumers of poultry should be prepared to make more than 50% for purchases they make this Christmas season. This is a warning from the Greater Accra Poultry Farmers Association, who attribute the expected hikes to the incident of maize shortage as well as the reduced import of day-old chicks into the country this year. Poultry farmers across the country were faced with scarcity and high cost of maize and other ingredients needed for the industry. The situation led to the near collapse of the industry, as many farmers were forced to sell off their birds and ultimately shut down their farms. Board member of the Greater Accra Poultry Farmers Association, Mr. Kwame Intim Dodu, said a layer that currently sells around 20 Ghana cedis is likely to shoot up to 25 Ghana cedis, while a broiler, which sells at 45 Ghana cedis, is likely to shoot up to 70 Ghana cedis. The Fair Wages and Salaries Commission has advocated the setting up of an independent emoluments commission to streamline salary administration in the country. The FWSC said, as detailed in the report of the Constitutional Review Commission, such an independent body would have the FWSC as its secretariat, serving the independent commissioners with the requisite advice, knowledge, and information to determine all salaries in the country. The chief executive of the FWSC, Dr. Edward Kwapong, stated that most often when unions were up in arms because of their salaries or allowances, the media tended to ride on the wave of passion to side with the unions against the FWSC. That, he explained, had led many people to wrongly believe that the commission was not working. A South African court has ruled that the country's former president, Jacob Zuma, should be returned to prison, saying his medical parole was unlawful. The time he has spent out of prison should not be counted in his 15-month sentence, the Pretoria court ruled. Zuma was released on 5th September for an undisclosed medical condition. He had been jailed for failing to attend an inquiry into corruption during his presidency. The 79-year-old handed himself to police in July after a public standoff, but his jailing, unprecedented for an ex-president, sparked violent protest and looting. More than 300 people, mostly in Zuma's stronghold of KwaZulu Nation province, died in the protests. Sudan's armed forces have deployed more troops along the disputed border with Ethiopia, announcing that they have complete control of the region amid tensions with Addis Ababa. The army sent a message of reassurance to the citizens, telling them to sleep soundly. Sudan announced on 1st December that its troops had dismantled an Ethiopian settlement and taken control of it after exchanging artillery fire with neighboring countries' forces in the disputed Al Fashaga area. It followed reports that 21 Sudanese soldiers had been killed and 30 others wounded in clashes with Ethiopian forces in Birkat Naran in the disputed area 4 days earlier. The renewed clashes prompted Sudanese military ruler Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan to vow that his country will not, quote, cede an inch of territory to Ethiopia. 4 children have died and 5 others are injured after falling from a bouncing castle that was blown into the air in Australia, police say. The accident, caused by a wind gust, happened on Thursday at a primary school fun day in Devonport, Tasmania. Police said the children have fallen from a height of about 10 meters, that is 32 feet. 2 boys and 2 girls died. Authorities did not give their ages, but said all were in grades 5 or 6, typically for children aged 10 to 12. Quote, a wind gust had reportedly caused the jumping castle and inflammable balls to lift into the air, Tasmanian Police Commissioner Darren Hines said. Our hearts are breaking for the families and loved ones, schoolmates, teachers of these young people who were taken too soon. One Moroccan tennis player has been banned for life, and 5 others have received lengthy suspensions and fines after being found guilty of a variety of match-fixing charges. These sanctions come after an investigation by the International Tennis Integrity Agency, which concluded the men had violated the rules of its anti-corruption program. The sextet were found to have carried out multiple offenses, including fixing element of matches, receiving money for fixing, and failing to report corrupt approaches. Ayub Shakruni, a 30-year-old who achieved a career-high singles ranking of 1,098 in September 2016, was banned for life and fined $10,000. Amin Audu, aged 24, and Ana Shakruni, aged 22, were barred from competition for 11 years and 10 years respectively and fined $5,000 apiece, while 22-year-old Mohammed Zakaria Khalid, 20-year-old Safani El-Masbahi, and Yasser Kilani, aged 21, were all suspended for 9 years and fined $5,000. Ghanaian forward Jordan Ayew shared his gratitude for Patrick Vieira after scoring Crystal Palace's equalizer in a 2-2 draw at home against Southampton. The striker netted after 65 minutes to secure Palace a point, striking home from a tight angle after a sustained spell of pressure. It was his first goal in 43 Premier League matches, last netting against Leeds in November 2020. He said he was pleased to score for others, but particularly for Vieira. It's a relief, I think, he told BBC post-match. I knew it would come at some point because I've been working really hard for a long time. I was happy for myself personally, for my confidence. It is important. For my family, friends, people who have been supportive, and especially the manager, who has been really supportive. The next installment of Universal Pictures' Fast and Furious saga will take a little detour before reaching its final destination. The 10th chapter of the long-running ode to fast cars, physics-defying stunts, and family will hit theaters on May 19, 2023. That's a little more than a month after its previous scheduled debut of April 7, 2023, and moves the Fast and Furious sequel firmly into summer blockbuster season. Universal is taking advantage of the space left by Dom Toretto and company and will slot an untitled animated film into that berth. It moves from previously announced March 24, 2023 slot. The most recent Fast and Furious film, F9 aka F9, F9 The Fast Saga, also known as Fast and Furious 9, opened in theaters last summer. It grossed $726 million globally, an impressive figure that was less than other films in the series, primarily because COVID-19 has depressed ticket sales. Boomplay has released its yearly music roundup tagged Boomplay Recap, which shows highlights, stats, and insights of music consumption and engagement on Boomplay for 2021. Focusing on the country's version, Boomplay Recap highlighted categories including top male artist, top female artist, top rising stars, most streamed songs, fastest rising song to hit 1 million, most searched artist, among others. The recap of artists shared 2021 stats of individual artists, including the total streams, hours streamed, listeners, profile visits, and most streamed song. For Ghana, the top most streamed male artist nods went to Sarkodie, Black Sherif, and Stonebwoy, while the top most streamed female artists are Jackie, Diana Hamilton, and Wendy Shay. The top rising stars of 2021 are Black Sherif, Mr. Drew, and Jackie for having a phenomenal year of growth, while the most searched artists are Shatawale, Sarkodie, and Stonebwoy.